Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at their feelings for you now versus in the future. So this topic was actually inspired by a client reading of mine where she asked me a question about like something happening now versus in the future. And that kind of gave me an idea for this topic in regards to this person's feelings on your mind. So, if you are the client watching this reading, then you're more than welcome to comment down below and I'll pin your comment if you want to. We have 3 piles to choose from. For pile number 1, we have the Rose Quartz Heart Crystal with the Moon Dust Tarot. For pile number 2, we have the Red Cat's Eye Heart Crystal with the Queer Tarot. And for pile number 3, we have the Golden Cat's Eye Heart Crystal with the Ethereal Visions Tarot. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile, pick whichever one you are most drawn to. So hopefully by now you have picked a pile for yourself. If not, you can pause the video. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you do find yourself resonating with these messages, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, I am almost fully booked with personal readings for November. After that, I will be taking a break from personal readings. So if you don't want to miss out, you can find my email address in the description box below. So we're going to shuffle the tarot deck that you chose. We're first going to look at how they feel right now, and then after that we'll remove those cards and look at the future. So spirit guides of pile number 1, spirit guides of pile number 1, may I please tap into the energies of the person on their mind. May I please tap into the energies of the person on their mind and how they feel about pile number 1 right now. How do they feel about pile number 1 right now? So you have the High Priestess coming out first. Then you have the Five of Cups. Then you have the Fool reverse. So I'm smelling a really nice smell, like a cologne smell or perfume smell. So they feel like you always smell really good. Yeah, there's something about like you always smelling good. You always looking really good to this person. They love your scent. Okay, so you have the High Priestess, the Five of Cups, the Fool reversed, the Three of Wands reversed, and the King of Cups. Hopefully you can see that. The Five of Wands reversed is at the back of the deck. I think with the High Priestess showing up as your first card, this is confirmation that maybe you already intuitively sense what they feel. I pick up with your pile, you and this person have like a mirroring effect where maybe your feelings towards each other are quite similar in some ways and are reciprocated to each other and mirrored to each other in some way. And maybe you can kind of like sense or pick up what this person's feeling, where I'm feeling like an empathic relationship where we're always picking up on each other's subtle mood shifts. So let's say your person's having a bad day and they're stressed out. They had a long day at work or at school, and people just stress them out. Like immediately by just looking at their face, you'd be able to tell that they're not okay, that they're not in the best mood. It's like immediately as you look at their face or as you look at their body language, you can just tell. It feels like you and this person know each other really well, and you're just able to pick up and sense each other's moods. And even if there's like a mood shift, like let's say you guys have a fight and you make up, and you ask this person, are you okay? And you can see that they're a little bit sad, but they say, I'm okay. Like you can see that they're sad. You can see that they're not okay. So I think with you, you pick up on the subtle shifts in this person's emotions and energies and what they're feeling towards you. And Spirit is confirming that whatever you sense intuitively is correct. in terms of this person's feelings. I also see with the High Priestess that this person is drawn to you spiritually for some reason. They feel very pulled towards you, like this magnetic pull towards you. They don't know how to put their finger on it, but they feel spiritually connected to you with the High Priestess. I think this is a spiritual connection in some way, here to help both of you grow, learn lessons. And I see a mirroring effect, like we mirror things to each other. So this is a very spiritual connection, a very spiritual bond. And this is what they're currently feeling. Even if they're not a spiritual person, maybe they just feel extremely connected to you in a spiritual sense. Maybe if they're religious, maybe you help them get closer to God in some way. And the funny thing is, like, as I'm saying these things, I just got deja vu. So as I'm saying these things, I feel like I've done this reading before, and I feel like I've dreamt it, but I don't remember dreaming it. So that's really cool. Maybe this person gets deja vu with you a lot, and these just like unexplained feelings of intuition, like I know I'm meant to be around you, but I don't know the reason why. Maybe there's a feeling here of like we have a purpose of our connection, but I don't understand what that is yet. And maybe this person does get deja vu with you a lot. Maybe you have a past life connection with them. Maybe there are parallel realities where you are together as well. There's just something about like that showing through. I hear that they feel a strong, intense spark with you, even though there aren't any like fire cards here except the Three of Wands reverse. I'm hearing that they feel a spark with you. They feel something with you that just can't be explained with words. And it just feels like they're spiritually drawn to you in some way, but they also feel some kind of spark with you. They feel like this feels right. I'm seeing two puzzle pieces that fit perfectly together. Um, and I'm seeing like this person feels like you have a lot of similarities to each other. Maybe that's why Spirit was showing me mirroring, because it feels like this person sees a lot of themselves in you and vice versa. Like you have a lot of similarities to each other, and it feels like you just get each other. So this person feels seen and understood by you in a way that they don't usually feel with people. With you, it just feels like whenever they're sad, like you know the right things to say to them. Like you can see when they're sad even when they deny they aren't. You can see when they're stressed even when they say they're okay. You know, you can see through them, and you just make them feel seen and heard in a way nobody else has. You make them feel understood in a way nobody else has. Maybe this person has felt quite misunderstood in their life. And it makes them feel special that you see them for who they are and you accept them as who they are, or for who they are, I mean. With the King of Cups, I feel like this person, I'm looking at this King of Cups character here, and it looks like his cup is full, where it almost looks like it's going to spill. And I feel as though that represents you filling this person's cup up, where they just feel fulfilled by your connection. They feel like their cup is full, where it's overflowing. They feel like you're constantly giving to each other, and it's not just like unreciprocal. There's a feeling of we reciprocate each other's feelings. There's this feeling of we fill each other's cup up. No person's cup is empty because we're both giving to each other where it overflows. There's this feeling of I want to be selfless with you when it comes to this person and their feelings for you. Like, I want to be selfless. I want to give to you. I want to do little things for you. Like, let's say it's the last glass of cool drink, and I give it to you instead of drinking it myself. Like, silly example, but that's what I'm thinking of when I look at the overflowing cup. Or let's say you ask me to take you out, or you say you're hungry, and I use my last $20 on food for you. You know, it's giving me that type of feeling of like I constantly want to give to you in a way where your cup is overflowing as well, metaphorically, like you're always taken care of in some way. Um, this person really cares about you and your well-being. So they always care that you're okay. Whenever you're sad, they want to be there and comfort you. Um, I see that this person has a tendency of sometimes isolating themselves, or they could be a little bit introverted in nature. But when it comes to you, it's like, I don't need a social battery. I don't want to isolate myself. I want to be around you all the time. Um, it's like my social battery doesn't get drained with you. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting here. I'm also getting that this person feels like whenever you're going through something or they're going through something, you're always there for each other, and you're able to get through those things faster than you would alone because of that support you have with each other or for each other. It's like we're never truly alone. We're always supporting each other. We never have to go through things alone. And that's what I see here. This person trusts you fully. That's how they feel about you, that they can trust you fully. They feel like you're an honest person. They just trust you with their whole heart and head. Like they never doubt your connection or doubt you. They know that you have good intentions towards them. And I'm picking up there's something about this person being extremely honest. Sometimes sometimes they can be that type of person where they just say things without thinking first, but then they're being honest. I don't know why I'm picking up on that. You know how like children just say things, they say the truth without thinking first, without thinking about like how the other person's gonna take it. I kind of see your person can be a little bit like that. So I don't know why that's coming through, but I'm seeing it. So with the Fool reversed, I almost intuitively feel this feeling of like, I don't want to go anywhere else. I don't want to look at anybody else. I only like want to look at you. I feel like this person really treasures you. They see you as somebody that gives them an abundant form of love that can't be found anywhere else. Like I'm literally seeing a treasure and gold and things like that. So this person does treasure you and value you and see your worth. And it feels like I don't even want anything new. I don't even want anything with any other person. Like I just want you. And now as I say that, I just want you, I'm hearing that song, all all I want is you, or all I've ever wanted is you, or something like that by the Marias. So go listen to that song if you feel called to. She has such a beautiful melodic, like angelic voice. So maybe there's something about your voice that they love or something like that. I also see that this person maybe hasn't opened up to you about the future and like what they see in the future with you, but they definitely feel like they want that with you. Like they don't want to look elsewhere for anything else. They're satisfied with you. And I feel like with the infinity symbol here, they want to be with you forever. You know, that's what they feel. And I wouldn't say that if it wasn't true. They feel like they want to take care of you. And they're also well taken care of in this connection. And I mean, this King of Cups card, I mean, he's a king, but like he looks so luxurious in the clothes he's wearing. So I feel that energy of like, I'm well taken care of. I'm treated like royalty in this connection, and I want to treat you the same. So now let's take a look at their feelings for you in the future. That was their current feelings. So there's a lot of water energies in this pile: Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So how will this person feel for pile number 1 in the future? And please remember that the future isn't set in stone. The future can always change. We're merely reading this based on the current energies, so keep an open mind to this and take this with a grain of salt. So how will they feel about pile number 1 in the future? We have the Four of Pentacles reversed. We have the Two of Pentacles. I see things getting more serious and stable in the future with these Two Pentacles cards, because before we were getting a lot of like water energy. Now there's a lot of earth energy showing up. So when earth energy shows up in a reading, it's like we're setting a strong foundation together. We're setting a stable foundation together. And before it was like very much like I'm all my feelings. In the future, it's more a feeling of like partnership, and um we've already been together for such a long time that we still get each other, that we still understand what the other person needs. But it just feels like we're more stable now in our connection. Maybe we've grown up a little bit more. Um, Maybe we're not in the honeymoon phase anymore, but we're still caring for each other the way we used to. And we're still keeping the love young in some way with the Page of Cups. Because I see a potential of like you two growing old together and having like a stable connection, maybe even having children together if you don't already. Or like your children growing older, if you already have children. So I see this energy of like we have a foundation together, we have a stable connection that just can't be broken. You know, it's solid, it's stable, it's strong. And it's kind of like we put in equal work, we put in equal effort. So the effort isn't even going away in the future. And with the Magician, this person still wants to create more memories with you in the future. It doesn't even feel like they're less interested. It feels like they're even more interested. They're even more invested in this connection in the future than they are right now. As a result of like time and you two building this connection together, it's going to become very strong because I see you two working on your connection a lot in the future. And as a result of this, you get to create this beautiful connection that is so stable and so happy and so fulfilling with the Sun card as well. This is an extra card that wanted to come out. So the Seven of Cups is at the back of the deck, which tells me there are many opportunities coming your way to create this for yourself in this connection, this happy, fulfilling, stable connection where it's like we never want to let each other go. We've been together so long that, you know, people would think we'd get bored of each other, but we haven't. It's only made us grow closer. And I'm seeing that with your connection. It's beautiful. And it feels like such this energy shift from before of like how we spoke about now. There's this huge energy shift where things have just gotten better, things have improved in the future, right? And it feels like you've created something you're happy with in this connection. It doesn't feel like there's any regrets here. It feels like I'm happy I stayed with this person. I'm happy I like took these opportunities to work on this connection so that we can grow together, because it really has paid off in the future. So I am seeing that. You know, even if you have like small relationship problems with this person, I don't see it affecting you in the future, because every connection has like its problems and challenges, but I see your connection being so strong that it doesn't affect your connection. Like you're able to work through these things easily with your person and effortlessly with your person. Where again, it's like we just understand each other so much, we know how to work through these things already. The Sun can also represent childlike energy. So there's a feeling of children here in the future if you don't already have children, if you want children, of course. And there's a feeling here of we're having like many different I want to find the right word. There's many possibilities of what could happen in the future. The outcome is basically open to you, is what I see with the Seven of Cups at the back of the deck and the Magician. So what happens in the future, although I'm seeing this future, you know, anything can happen in the future in terms of what you want to create. That's what I'm seeing with the Magician and the Seven of Cups. It's like, if I want this with this person, I can do that if I put in the work. If we both put in the work towards that, we can do that. If I want this kind of connection, we can do that. Like whatever you want with this person, you can have. And I wouldn't just say that in a reading if I didn't see it, pile number one. So whatever you want with this person, you can have. Like it's open to you. The possibilities open. There are infinite possibilities here of what could happen. And the outcome feels positive in each possibility. Okay? It feels very positive because it feels like there's so much harmony in this connection. It feels like there's so much happiness in this connection. even on days where things are hard, it's like we're still happy, we're still fulfilled. We're still happy to work on certain issues because everything's just going so well that even if we have a small problem, it doesn't cause a destruction in our connection, you know? And it feels like you two are still putting in a lot of effort into the connection in the future. Like, I'm seeing you two kind of grow old together and you're still putting in effort. It's not like one person stops putting in effort, which I'm glad to see. I'm really glad to see. And I'm even seeing that, you know, years later into the connection, there's still a lot of passion and chemistry and like, it's like you still keep things sexy in the bedroom, if that makes sense. There's still this feeling of like we're not growing bored of each other ever. Like we keep things passionate and we keep things fun, you know? And I even see you two growing old together, but still acting like lovebirds or still acting like young together in some ways, still having fun, still enjoying life together, traveling, whatever you want to do. Like maybe you get to create like your dreams with this person, or maybe a dream comes true like with this person or outside of this connection, but like both of your dreams come true, or like I'm seeing an energy of we just have so much fun together even though we've grown old, you know, we still travel together, stuff like that. There's so much peace here between the two of you in the future as well. And if you do have any like small problems with this person now, I do think they will be resolved in the future. And like in the future, if there are any small problems, it will be resolved very quickly because you just know how to work well with each other, like in a team. It almost feels like a partnership. Like I look out for you, you look out for me. I'm seeing somebody like be very old and frail, and it's like I'm helping you walk, you help me walk. So that's what I'm seeing in the energy. So I really hope this reading resonated with you. This is such a beautiful reading. This is so cute. I really hope this resonated. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, pile number twos. If you chose this Red Cat's Eye Heart Crystal and the Queer Tarot, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how they feel about you now versus in the future for the person on your mind. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you do find yourself resonating with these messages, then please hit the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, I'm almost fully booked for November. After that, I will be taking a break from personal readings, so if you don't want to miss out, please find my email address in the description box below. So when I got to a pile, I started hearing that song that goes like, "It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes." So there could be like a lot of passion and like sexual feelings between the two of you. Like this person could be very attracted to you, they could find you very hot in some way, and that's what I see with that song. And maybe they're also very attracted to your body in some type of way. Maybe they fantasize about you a lot. Yeah, I just see a lot of attraction towards you and them finding you quite irresistible in a way. What I also saw was when I was like shuffling the cards just to get new energies before starting, I kept having like little hairs from my head be stuck on the card, but like my hair is tied up, so I don't know how that happened. So I guess maybe that's a message for somebody that like maybe let's say you lie in this person's bed and you go home or whatever, and then the next day they find like a hair of yours that's there. And I'm seeing energies like that where um it's like they find something of yours, or let's say you go home and you leave something there by accident and they find something of yours. I'm seeing something like that for somebody. Okay, so yeah, so spirit guides of pile number 2, spirit guides of pile number 2, may I please tap into the energies of the person on their mind? May I please tap into the energies of the person on their mind and their feelings for pile number 2, please? So you have the the King of Swords, sorry. You have the Two of Cups. You have the Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands confirms your sexiness, because Queen of Wands is usually a very sexy person. And I saw the Devil wanting to come out as well, which can talk about like sexual attraction and obsession as well. So this person could be a little bit obsessed with you. We have, okay, so we have the King of Swords, Two of Cups, Queen of Wands, Seven of Cups, the Emperor for now. Okay, then at the back of the deck, you do have the Page of Cups. So hopefully you can see the back of the deck card there. Okay, so what I'm seeing, so we're taking a look at their feelings now first, and then we'll take a look at the future. So what I'm seeing with these two cats showing up twice is maybe you could have a connection where you both have your own sense of independence outside the connection. You have your own individuality outside of the connection, your own freedom outside of the connection. Like, let's say you regularly hang out with your friends and they regularly hang out with their friends. It's kind of like we're not trying to control each other or prevent each other from having each other's freedom. You know, we give each other space to do our own hobbies and our own things that we enjoy. And it's not like we never hang out together, but it's like we give each other the space and freedom to do whatever we want to do, and trust one another that the other person won't do anything that would cause us to not trust them. So it's kind of like we can just like move freely in this relationship and be free and have our own freedom, where we're not necessarily suffocating each other in some way or being too clingy with one another. So I do pick up on a relationship where it's like we have our own independence, we have our own individuality outside of this connection, but when we come together, it's like magic. When we come together, it's always so much fun. They always have so much of a good time with you. They love to look at it into your eyes. There's a sparkle in your eyes, and they feel as though your connection has stood the test of time. So what I'm seeing with the cat, you know how cats have 9 lives and everything like that? It's kind of like I'm seeing for some of you, maybe you've had some tests in this relationship where there were certain moments where you almost broke up, or maybe some of you are in an on and off connection with this person, but somehow your connection still ends up lasting. Or maybe some of you had rough patches with this person in your connection, but you were able to push through those rough patches and make it through those challenges, if that makes sense. So that's what I see here for a lot of you. I also see that with the Two of Cups, you both have romantic feelings for each other. Your feelings for each other are actually quite similar in a way with the Two of Cups. They're reciprocated. Because when I see the Two of Cups, I see it as the energy of reciprocation, because both of them have a cup. And there's a rainbow in a cup, in this cup, so it makes me think of hope for the future. So this person is quite hopeful for the future when it comes to you. You bring a lot of color into their life with the rainbows here as well, and you bring so much like positivity into this person's life. This person really feels like so attracted to you. It feels like they want you all the time, like in a sexual way. It feels like they're always turned on by you, even if you don't do anything to make them turned on. Like, I see you maybe just like chilling, and like maybe you haven't gotten dressed up or anything like that, but then this person is still turned on by you. So I see like a lot of sexual energy here. Or maybe this person just has a high sex drive, but it's like you turn them on so much that they feel like they just want you all the time. So that's what I'm seeing energetically. I also see that this person has a feeling of romance towards you right now. Lots of feelings of romance. It's not just sexual, it's also romantic in some way with the Two of Cups here. And I see that this person has clarity and knows what they want in this connection. They know that they want this connection, and it feels like they think about you all the time. Even when they're busy, even when they're with their friends, even when you're not together, I see them thinking about you all the time. wanting to talk to you all the time. I see them feeling as though they love the conversations with you. And this person's also attracted to you on a mental level. Like they feel like you two just can have conversations with each other and get each other. It feels like you two have a friendship as well as a connection when I'm in this energy. So this is how this person's feeling right now. Like I can be friends with this person and have a romantic connection with them. I can talk to them about anything. And we can just talk for hours. And that's what I see here. And I see that this person is usually somebody that is a lot more logical in nature than emotional in nature. But I do think you bring out their emotional side. And I also see that this person, when they were single, they might have been the type of person that had many options. But with you, it's like, I don't even want any other option. I just want you. And of course, you're not an option to this person. This person prioritizes you. But I mean that it's like they only want you. Um, Even in like sexual ways, like if this person used to, maybe even for some of you, be a player, it's like I only want to commit to you, which sounds weird to say, but I'm seeing that for somebody here, like maybe they used to be somebody that didn't really want relationships and now things have changed with you. So I'm seeing that for somebody, but it won't resonate for everyone. But I don't feel like everyone's person used to be a player. I'm just saying that this person had their options open before. Maybe had a lot of people throwing themselves at this person. But with you, it's like, I don't want to look at anybody else. I don't want anybody else. I only crave you. So I see this person thinking that in their mind. I also see like a lot of playfulness, laughter, inside jokes, dancing together, listening to music together, just having a fun relationship. So this is how this person's feeling right now. I'm seeing like two people dance, like a romantic kind of dance where the person's twirling the other person around. They also feel secure in your connection. They feel like you make them feel secure, you make them feel good about themselves, you always give them the best compliments. So that's what I'm getting. So now let's take a look at the future of how this person will feel about you. So please keep in mind that the future is never set in stone. The future can always change. When we reach future energies as psychics, we're reading it based on the current energies, like a prediction, a projection of the future and what it may be based on the current energies. But remember, energies can always change, so take this with a grain of salt. So how they will feel about pile number 2 in the future. How will their person feel about pile 2 in the future? So you have the Temperance card. I definitely see there being a lot more harmony and balance in your connection in the future, where I still see a lot of like attraction and passion and all those things. And I still see this person always like having a high sex drive for you in the future. And you two like keeping it like that in some way. But I also see a lot of hope for the future of something you may not even see yet. Some of you may have a little bit of insecurities, or this person may have some insecurities, and I see that there's nothing to worry about here. If the insecurities are in regards to the connection, or like, am I good enough? Will this person, it's kind of like feelings around that, like, am I good enough for this person? Or, um, insecure about the relationship, like, is this connection gonna last? I see that you have nothing to worry about. The outcome is actually more positive than you think. Okay, you have the 8 of Cups. You have the 2 of Pentacles. So the 2 of Pentacles is here, as well as the Temperance card, which tells me that there's a lot of balance in your connection in the future. The 7 of Cups and the King of Swords. At the back of the deck, you have the World. Okay, so I get what this is about. I think the 8 of Cups is maybe an insecurity on your side or their side. But since we're reading their feelings, maybe it's on their side. I don't know, or it's on your side. Just take it as it resonates. We do have the world at the back of the deck. So there is a fear on one or both of your sides, or an insecurity of like, I'm scared the other person leaves and finds somebody else, or just like discards me for somebody else. And I don't think that is going to happen, pile number 2, or at least I don't think so. What I can tell you though is like everybody makes their own choices, and if a person wants to be loyal to you, then they will. You know, if they want to commit to you, prioritize you, then they will. They will show you that. And there's nothing to be fearful about. Um what I'm basically getting here in terms of their future feelings towards you is I see there being a lot more balance in the connection. I see you two still having reciprocal feelings for each other. I see you two talking a lot still in the future. It's like we still have conversations where we're talking for hours. We can still have a conversation where we go from this topic to this topic to this topic, and it's still like great, if that makes sense. I actually see the feelings they have towards you now and the future are actually very similar, but I'd say they are becoming more grounded in the future. It's almost like what Spirit is showing me is, imagine the feelings being a flower, and the flower has grown a little bit now, but it's the same flower in the future, but it's just grown a little bit bigger. So it's still like this person has the same feelings for you in the future. They haven't changed one bit, but they have grown more. They've become more mature. Just like wine ages and becomes more mature and becomes delicious, more delicious over time. That's how I'm seeing your connection. It's like it matures over time and it becomes more tasty and delicious and more fulfilling over time. So that's what I'm seeing in terms of how this person will feel about you in the future. Like, I see them thinking in more mature ways. I see them growing in some way. I see you growing in some way. And it's just like we come together in this beautiful harmony. I still see you having so much fun together. It's still the same as like the feelings now, but they've just grown a little bit. So I don't know what else to say there. I hope that makes sense, but that's what I see. I also see that there's a lot of patience here between the two of you in the future. So that could look like however it looks like for some of you, take it how it resonates. But I'll try give examples to this. So for example, I mentioned this person not really being much of an emotional person, but opening up that side of themselves for you. Let's say that this person struggles to speak about their feelings. And let's say they grow a little bit in the future where they try more, they try to speak about their feelings, but maybe you understand that it's hard for them. So you're patient with them and you kind of just allow them to come to you, and you tell them that you're there for them, but you also just allow them to come to you where you're patient. I just see this kind of acceptance with one another. Like we just accept one another. We've been together for some time now where we can understand how the other person is. And so there's no need to like be fearful about anything or internalize anything because we understand how the person is. So say I know this person isn't somebody that is usually open with their emotions. I'm going to be patient with them and not force them to open up, and let them come to me at their own time. That's what I mean by that energy as an example. Even the fact that she's in lingerie here in the world tells me that there'll still be a lot of sexuality, like lots of sexual passion between the two of you in the future. And I see that things will change in the future for the better. There's going to be a huge transformation in your connection in the future. Since she's shedding her skin, maybe both of you will transform and grow into better versions of yourself, more mature versions of yourself, where you make better decisions for the connection overall, and that helps the connection transform as well. And I think the future just looks really good. I keep being told there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about. It's better than what you may think it would be. It's better than what you could expect. There are unexpected things, surprises that will happen in the future that are good surprises in regards to your connection. And I see you and this person being very happy about that. I see this energy of high school sweethearts for somebody where you've been together since high school. That's just for somebody. But I see an energy now of you two being together in the future. And even though you had your rocky moments in the past, for those that related to that message of how I said some of you had a rocky moment with this person or some rocky moments with this person, I see people looking at your relationship and being like, whoa, they're still together. I don't know if I want to say this, but it's coming through, so don't take this personal. But I see somebody or many people saying, I thought they would have broken up by now, but they're still strong together. But not because they wanted you to break up, but just because there were so many rough patches in your connection, or like an on and off situation where people didn't really know how stable it was, where people didn't really know if it was going to last. And I see you actually surprising people where this connection actually lasts. So I see them constantly like talking about you in the future to other people, and talking about your plans, your dreams, the things you want together. Like, let's say in the future you get a house together, or let's say in the future um things like that, like more serious things. I see your connection getting more serious in the future, and I see this person constantly talking about you in positive ways to the people around them, and like the things they want um to do in your connection, if that makes sense, next. So yeah, like I said, there aren't any new feelings here I'm seeing in the future, but like I said, the feelings have just matured over time. So their feelings remain consistent for you over time, where it's not like those feelings go and change. They stay fixed in some way, but they just mature. So I hope this reading resonated with you. There's nothing more I can tell you about how they will feel in the future, because it looks kind of similar, but just it's grown a little bit. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose this Golden Cat's Eye Heart Crystal and the Ethereal Visions Tarot, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at their feelings for you now versus in the future. So this is for the person on your mind. Please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you do find yourself resonating with these messages, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, I'm almost fully booked for November, where I'm taking my last few bookings for the year. So after that, I will be taking a break from personal readings. So if you don't want to miss out on that, please find my email address in the description box below. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle your cards now and look at their feelings now. And then after that, we'll take a look at the future. But before I get into that, I'm hearing this message for your pile of, okay, this is what I see. So there is this feeling of like not taking for granted the years we have together now, not taking it for granted, appreciating every single moment you have with this person. Not that anything bad's gonna happen, don't get me wrong, but what I'm saying here is I don't know why I'm tapping into the future energy already, because I was gonna do present first. But what I'm picking up in the future is like you two are still together, right? But there's this feeling of I maybe didn't appreciate these moments enough, and time has flied by so fast. Like, it almost feels like, okay, we don't think 50 years is a long time, but 50 years flies by so fast in the blink of an eye. It kind of feels like that. Like, we think we have so much time, but actually time flies by so fast within the blink of an eye. And it's like you'd spend years together, and it feels like a year hasn't even passed. You know what I mean? So it feels like when you two are together, it just feels like time flies. It just feels like there is no record of time. Like, I'm just with you and I'm not looking at the time. And then I look back later and 2 hours have passed and it hasn't even felt like 2 hours. And it reminds me of that saying, time flies when you're having fun. So there is this feeling here to appreciate the moments you have together and be present in those moments and not take them for granted. Because I do feel something of like, I don't want to lose you and you don't want to lose me. So we both have to like appreciate each other and not take each other for granted. And I feel like that's an important message that needed to come through for somebody here. So let's go ahead and shuffle your cards now. So Spirit Guides of pile number 3. Spirit Guides of pile number 3. May I please tap into the feelings of the person on their mind? May I please tap into the feelings of the person on their mind towards pile number 3? What are their feelings for pile 3 now? We have the Star. We have the 6 of Cups reversed. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the 10 of Swords. And we have the King of Wands. So at the back of the deck, you do have the 7 of Pentacles. So I'm just going to organize this so that everything's in frame. Just give me a second. So as I'm in the energy of your pile, I keep feeling as though time doesn't exist when I'm with you. Time either slows down or speeds up. And there is a feeling of you and this person having some kind of magical cosmic connection. And there is this feeling of a past life connection. And I did feel that earlier. But I'm being shown that now, like, you've had many past lives together. So sometimes I'll see something the first time and I'll wait for confirmation before I say it. Then when I see it again, I'll say it, because sometimes I don't know if that is a message or if I'm just like making it up in my mind. Sometimes I doubt myself, to be honest, but I'm getting that message again of like past lives. And I see this person currently feeling as though, I don't know if they'd know about these past lives, but I see like the higher version of themselves saying, I've been with you lifetime after lifetime, but that still doesn't feel like enough. Like, one lifetime feels too short to be with you. It feels like we don't have enough time together. Even though we may have like many, many years, like 50 years ahead, whatever amount of time we have, it still doesn't feel like enough with you. So I feel like that's maybe like the higher self version of them speaking, if they're not a spiritual person. With the Star, I think that this person currently feels hopeful about the future. I do think that they trust you and they feel very content within your connection. The Star also reminds me of wishing on a star. So this person could be wishing for something with you in the future, could be wishing for something with you now, or they could feel like a wish has come true being with you. The Star also makes me think that there is like this ethereal energy with you where this person finds you so dreamy. And I see this person dreaming and daydreaming about you a lot. And I see this person having their head in the clouds, kind of being like la 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 la, like very like head in the clouds, daydreamy type of energy all about you. I see them thinking about you all the time. And I do see there being some worries here or concerns here that I think this person's trying to work through. Because one thing I do see is they are hopeful about the future. But another thing I do see is sometimes two feelings can coexist. Sometimes two opposite feelings can coexist. So although they are hopeful for the future, they're also worried about the future at the same time. They're also worried about like, is this connection going to last? Are we going to make it? I think sometimes they worry about the outcome here of what's going to happen next in your connection. I think sometimes they worry about losing you, because before I started this reading, it felt like I lost my tarot deck and I didn't know where it was, but it was kind of like just there all along, but I was looking everywhere for it. And I keep feeling this feeling of I don't want to lose you. So I don't know if that is a fear that is valid or not. Of course, all fears, all emotions are valid. But when I say I don't know if it's valid or not, I don't know if it's because of something happening in your relationship or if it's just a fear on their side. Where it's not like backed up by evidence, if that makes sense. With the Seven of Pentacles at the back of the deck, though, this tells me that they are working through these feelings. And with the King of Wands as the extra card that popped out, that I added in, this tells me that this person is trying to be courageous. They're trying to not fear the outcome so much. They're trying to kind of just enjoy the time they have with you. Find pleasure in the moments they have with you, stay present with you, not think too much about the past, not think too much about the future, because this person has a tendency to struggle with being present in the moment. They're either thinking about the past or thinking about the future. Thinking about the past or worrying about the future. And I think this person currently is trying to stay present with you and try to like just enjoy the moment with you. I do see there being a lot of passion in this connection. I do also see a strong friendship between the two of you. And I do also see this person like wanting to take the lead in this connection. So how that could look like is like this person wanting to plan dates for you, this person wanting to buy you a present and be very thoughtful about it, this person wanting to buy you flowers without you even having to ask, this person helping you with something without you even having to ask. There's this type of energy of I want to put in the effort for you, and that is how they're currently feeling about you right now. Like, I want to put in the effort for you, I want to show you that I care. I don't want to like lose this opportunity with you, because I know if I don't put in the effort, it could cause something to our connection where you don't feel like you're truly like appreciated or loved in this connection. And I want to make you feel appreciated and loved. And I want to reciprocate like whatever effort you're putting in. So I see this person feeling that way right now. Like they don't want to slack on this connection. They don't want to sleep on this connection because they feel the magic of this connection. Even if they can't explain it in words, they do feel it. And that is what I see here in terms of this person's feelings for you. They definitely want a future with you. They definitely want an opportunity to grow something with you. I see another concern here being a recurring past issue that you have that keeps coming to the surface. I actually see that this recurring issue for some of you could be in regards to communication. For others of you, it could be like, sometimes I'm scared to tell this person how I feel, or sometimes I'm scared to open up about things in the connection that maybe hurt me. I'm scared to have difficult conversations. There's something about communication for some of you. For others of you, this is an issue that you already know about that keeps happening over and over again. But it comes from a past life for some of you, where this happened between the two of you in a past life and it needs to be resolved in this lifetime. It's like a karmic lesson, if that makes sense. And that's what I see here. It needs to be like worked through in this lifetime in order to not have it repeat in the next lifetime, because I do feel like you and this person have such a strong soul connection that if you were to incarnate in the next lifetime, you would incarnate together again. It kind of feels like spiritually and cosmically you two just keep incarnating with each other over and over again. I think you've had many lifetimes together. As I'm in the energy, I just feel that. I think that sometimes this person feels shy in front of you and nervous in front of you, as if like you're still a crush, as if you're still like a crush to them, but most of you are probably together with this person, like in a relationship. But what I will say is they still feel like nervous in front of you as if you're a crush. So that's what I see here in terms of their current feelings. I see them wanting to put in the work. I see them wanting to work on themselves. I see them thinking about the future and thinking like, I want to become a better version of myself, not just for the relationship, but for themselves too. I see them also wanting to focus on their career right now so that, you two both have the financial stability. Because I've seen a lot of times, sometimes, are couples together and everything's all fine and dandy in their relationship, but maybe they have money issues and then it just causes fights between them. And I've seen that before. So I feel like this person wants to prevent issues like that. I think they really have this. I think they come across as this person that's so lighthearted and bubbly, but really on the inside, they do have a lot of worries and anxieties. And this is not always a bad thing. So hear me out. When I look into this person's energy, they seem so bubbly and lighthearted on the outside, but really on the inside, they have a lot of anxieties that cloud their mind of like, what if this happens? Or what if this happens? Worst case scenarios, right? And I see this person trying to prevent those worst case scenarios from happening, which is a good thing because it tells me that I see that they have a very analytical mind, even if it doesn't show, and they try to like prevent problems from happening in the future by already like starting to work on that thing now. So I see them wanting to do that for themselves and for your connection so that they can grow as a person. I also see them having faith in your connection that it can like continue to grow into something beautiful. So spirit guides of pile number 3, may I please tap into the future energies of this connection and their future feelings for pile number 3, please. So when I read into the future, take this with a grain of salt because future energies can change. When we psychics read the future, it is based on current energies, kind of like a projection into the future, a prediction of the future, but the energies can change because it's based on the current energies. So what basically happens is the spirit guides take the current energies, they look at the patterns of everything that's happened in your connection, and they go to what most likely would happen. And that's kind of how I see the future in readings, but I'm open to being wrong. Okay, anyways, the star is coming up as your first card again. So that's very good to see. You have the Death card. You have the Nine of Wands. You have the King of Swords. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, remember how I said this person has a very analytical mind, even though they don't seem so? I see in the future them being less like lighthearted. Not because they're not like happy or having fun anymore, but I just see them growing up in the future where maybe now they're like always like joking around, always playful, always lighthearted. Yet there's also this ambitious side to them. Whereas in the future, I see them growing and changing and just becoming a lot more mentally mature, where they're just not like as jokey as they used to be, if that makes sense. But that's not always a bad thing because I see this person mentally maturing, right? And I see their feelings for you as well. I see this person almost like treating you how other people would want to be treated in a relationship. I see other people looking at your relationship, right? And being like, I wish I had a husband like that, or I wish I had a wife like that. I see potential marriage, because I'm saying like, I wish I had a husband like that. Like I literally hear that in my mind. I'm seeing like older people, right? So this would be like later in the future, not near future. I'm seeing older people and you're there together and this person does something nice for you, and then other people are like, oh, I wish I had a wife like that. I wish I had a husband like that. Just by the way this person treats you, it's almost like you're going to have power couple energy, or other people are going to wish to have a relationship like yours. I do actually see the potential of like other people maybe even being jealous of your connection or trying to sabotage the connection, but it won't happen because there is a spiritual plan for your connection that you do not see yet. And I do think that this person is so worried about negative things happening or losing you, or like your connection falling apart or you leaving, that I think from now to the future, they're going to prevent challenges from happening. They're going to solve problems before they even happen. And this is what they're going to do consistently. So say they have a fear of you leaving them because, let's just say, example, you get bored. They're going to make sure to stay interesting so that you never get bored. It feels like I'm thinking of what problem could happen in the future, and I'm overthinking and I'm worrying, and now I'm becoming analytical. How do I prevent this from happening? And now I actually take action on this consistently, and now it will never happen because I prevented this from happening. And I kind of see that energy happening in the future where you and this person we'll still have some issues here and there. We'll still have some problems here and there. But overall, you'll just be very content within your connection where the problems and challenges are way less than what most people's connections are. And that's what's being shown to me. I'm not just reading the tarot card meanings, by the way. I'm also reading the energy behind it, the energy that I feel. So although the Nine of Wands is here that speaks about challenges, I'm seeing that this person is preventing these challenges. And it's not just about feeling challenged, it's about them preventing these challenges, even though some are there, which is normal for every relationship. It's like this person's trying to fix every little problem before it becomes bigger. I see that this person's not the type of person that sweeps things under the rug. And even if you are, I see that this person's not. I see that they're going to be that type of person that will address things with you. And it's to like prevent challenges from happening in your connection. And I see them doing this consistently. And I see them still having their fears in the future, yes, but I actually see them embracing that part of them or feeling empowered within that part of them, because then they realize that it's helped them prevent all these challenges with you. So I actually see them seeing it as a strength in the future rather than a weakness, which now they might actually like dislike that part of themselves, but I see them being empowered within that part of themselves in the future and growing a lot. And I see you two always talking to each other. I see you two having some kind of consistency in your connection where their feelings for you are consistent over time. They never fade away. They never just disappear. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. I feel as though this person wants to fight for your connection in the future. Like they want to do the most to like show you that they're here to stay, to show you that their feelings will never fade away for you, to show you that no matter the challenge, they're here by your side and they're going to stick with you. And with the Death card, there are many changes that are going to happen in your connection. Good changes, positive changes, changes that you may even wish for or that your person may even wish for. And I just see you being so content in this connection in the future, feeling like, you know, everything's just going swell is what I'm hearing. Everything's amazing. And I even see you sitting with your friend group and all of them are maybe talking about their relationship problems, but you have nothing to add to that because your person is such an angel and they treat you so well that there's nothing to add to that. Like you're not even going to complain about your partner when other people are complaining about their partners. So that's what I see here, which is a really positive energy. So in terms of the feelings, I just see the feelings getting deeper. I see them remaining consistent over time. I see this person planning for the future. And I just see this person thinking of you all the time. Like whenever they make a decision, they're thinking about you. And I don't really know how to explain this in feelings, but this is how they feel in the future. So I don't know what words I would put to these feelings they're feeling, but yeah, I hope this made sense. That these are their feelings of whatever I just explained in the future, these are their feelings. So I do hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.